Hi, welcome back to Smart Property Systems Training. In this video we'll cover messaging between the tenant and landlord property manager. We'll also talk about maintenance requests as well. To begin with, you want to log into your Smart Property Systems dashboard. I'm going to cover just a couple places where you can actually view messages or maintenance requests received from your tenants. Right here on the dashboard, you can scroll down just a little bit and you'll see on the right hand side you have the message inbox. You also have maintenance items. If you have any messages in your inbox, they will show up here, and the same with the number of maintenance requests, open items, scheduled items. This is a great way to track work that's being done on your properties. And this is both requests from the tenant and requests that you've actually made. Alright, to begin with, you have to first enable maintenance items and messages from your tenant. And by default, they actually are enabled. But let me show you where you can control this configuration setting. In the Tenants menu, go to My Tenants. This is where you configure all messages to the tenants, whether it be invites to connect to Smart Property Systems or private messages and maintenance requests. As you see, they are all enabled by default. Enable secure private messages within the system, and that's a message that the tenant sends from their tenant portal directly to the landlord property manager portal. The second option is to receive an email when a new message or maintenance request has come in. This is especially important if you don't log into your Smart Property Systems interface frequently. You want to make sure that you check this so that you'll be notified that you have a private message. And then the third setting is to enable maintenance requests. If you don't want your tenants using the system to send you a maintenance request, you're going to want to uncheck this. And the same for the other two options. If you don't want to receive private messages or you don't want to receive an email, this is where you're going to come to disable those message options. Now, the benefits of actually receiving a message through the system and sending messages through the system is you don't have to worry that messages are lost in email spam boxes or somebody says, I never received it, because you'll know that it's actually been received within the system. Okay. Now, if you have on send a private message, yes, there can be times when that message might go into a spam folder. So you always want to still check your spam folder to make sure you're not missing any messages. If a message does go into your spam folder, you want to make sure you let your mail system know that it is not spam, so the next time you receive a message from our address, it will not be considered spam. Okay, a couple different places that you can view the messages that you receive before we go into creating one. You can go to the Properties menu and Maintenance Items to view any maintenance items from your tenants. Okay, here you can create a new item. If you have existing items, they will show here. And you can also get back to the configuration settings screen. To view private messages, you can go to the Tenants menu and Inbox Messages. You can also go to your inbox up here on the top menu. If you have any unread messages, the number of messages will show here next to the envelope. So let's go ahead and click on that and show you your messages. The inbox will show you any messages that you have already received and any messages that you have sent. You can come here and reply to any messages. If you've got a new message, you simply click on it and enter the information in. Okay. Or if you want to create a new message, you're going to go to Compose New Message. Who are you going to send this to? Let's go ahead and see. It'll show you all your current tenants in active leases. We'll choose Scott. And let's just say we want to say rent due. It's the 4th of the month. Please send your rent. Okay, and click Submit. Alright, that message now will be in your sent messages. Your tenant will receive it in their tenant portal. So if you want to go in and look at this, here it is. This is the message that you sent to the tenant. Okay, again, in maintenance requests, we'll go back to the maintenance items and create a new item. Let's say you're sending somebody to clean the carpets. You know, this is an agreement you have with the tenant, and you're going to send a vendor over. If I knew how to spell carpet. Cleaning. You can specify what the urgency is in this. Say that it's going to happen next week. What the apartment is. And create the item. Okay, so that's how you will view and create maintenance items and items from the tenant. I'm going to actually switch over now and show you what it will look like from the tenant portal. So bear with me, we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are in the tenant portal for the tenant that we just sent the messages and the maintenance request to, Scott. You'll notice from the tenant's home page, over on the right hand side, do I have any messages and any maintenance requests? And both of them say you have one new message and you have one new request. You can click here to view them. You can also go up to the message inbox and maintenance to view those items. So let's go ahead and go into read messages now. And it shows that you have a message. Go ahead and click on it. And this is the message. Hey Scott, it's the 4th of the month. Please send your rent. Now the tenant also will have received an email letting them know they have a private message from their landlord. I'll show you that in just 1 second. Okay, so now if the tenant wants to come in here and select this, he can also click reply, and at this point come up here. Hey Joe, scheduling it today. Thanks, Scott. So now he's letting Joe know that he is paying his rent today. For maintenance items, you can come in here, click it to open it, and you'll see, okay, carpet cleaning on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Do I need to be here? And click send. So you can send responses to both of them. Okay, so that's how you actually reply to messages if you want to actually come in and send a maintenance request to your landlord. This is going to look just like the interface from the landlord property manager side. Cancel it for now. And on the message inbox, send a private message. This is also going to look the same. Okay, so that's what it looks like from the tenant portal. Let's go back now to the landlord to show what their responses look like. Okay, back in your landlord property manager interface, you'll see now that we have a message in our inbox and a new item in maintenance requests right here on the dashboard. Scroll down a little bit. So you have one new message and one new item and one open item. You scroll up just a tad here and you'll see inbox, you have one new message. So let's go ahead and view this. Go into the message inbox. And this is your new message from Scott Adams. Click here to read it. Scheduling it today. And over in the maintenance requests, here's your existing maintenance request. Okay. Shows the initial request and shows the reply from the tenant. And that's it. That's how you actually view and enable private messaging and maintenance requests from your tenant. One final thing before we close out this training video, I just want to show you quickly the emails that are received. This is on the tenant side, but the landlord will receive the same type of messages. You see here, Joe Smith has sent you a message. You come into it. You have a message waiting in your Smart Property Systems inbox. To view this message, please follow the link below. If the tenant is already logged in and clicks this link, it will take them right to that message. Same, Joe Smith has created a maintenance item. Joe Smith is a landlord. Your landlord has created a new maintenance item. To view the item, please follow the link below. So this is the type of message that you will receive from the system letting you know that you have received a private message, and please go and look at it. Again, if this shows up in your spam folder, you want to make sure that you specify that it is not spam so that the system knows that messages from notification@smartpropertysystems.com is not spam and should come to your inbox. Okay, that concludes this training. Thank you.